Welcome back. So as you could probably imagine from the last video, we have got the car back from the body shop. Everything's basically been put on loosely while obviously we got the car back. As you can see, it's the bumper has just been cable tied. There's still a lot of work left. We head over to the passenger side. As you can see, everything is in the back of the car. So first things first, we are going to have a look at sorting out the interior. Obviously the car has been sat for a while, it's got damp, and it's now got to the point where there's mold and everything coming on all of the seat belts. Head over to the passenger side. I had to clean the driver's side, as you can see. So first things first on this repair, would have thought it would have been the front end damage, but the frame has now been repaired, so we're all back up and running with that. First things first, we're gonna get all of the seats out, take most of the trims out the interior of the car, and clean it all down, make sure it's all right. Especially with having kids in the car, the last thing that we want is any black mold or any mold at all being sat in the car. So it's definitely a top priority to get that sorted. Then we can look at actually getting the front end all built up and all sorted. So what I'll do is I'll get all of this removed. So as you can see, we've got the front bumper that was badly damaged. We've got the bonnet. There's a possibility that the light unit is somewhere in here. Whether the body shop, oh no, wait, no, I still can't see it. The body shop may have left it. It was no use to us anyway. We've already transferred everything over from the old light unit to the new light unit, so we've got all of the bulbs in, we've tested it all, but as you can see, we've got a lot of work to do. So let me get the car empty and then we'll start working on removing some of the interior. So I'll be back with you guys in a moment. We've stripped everything out of the car now, so the car is completely stripped down. We're going to look at taking the seats out of the car. So I believe it's going to be easier for me to take the rear seats out first, but as you can see, nothing is now in the car. It's all completely and utterly stripped down. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put the rear seats up. I'm going to remove the rear seats, like the bottom layer. Be all right if I could talk. And then what we're going to do is, I mean, again, stuff like this, look, the car's obviously been sat for a bit, which has caused a lot of mold. So yeah, definitely needs some cleaning. The front seats don't seem too bad to get out. The rear seats are even easier. I'll go over that now. It might be difficult for me to do while I've got the phone, but what I'll do is, all you literally need to do is, if I can get at it while I've got the camera, there is literally a little clip just there that holds in the bottom of the seat, and then there's little hook clips on the back. Come over to this side. I'm not very happy that there's mold everywhere, but like that, make sure that the seat belts are all the way in, and then they literally just pop out just like that. There's always one side that doesn't want to come out. As you can imagine, this is quite difficult to do while obviously you've not got two hands. There we go. And as simple as that, the rear seats are out of the car. So that's all going to get properly cleaned. I'm not going to take the backrests out for the rear seats, as it's quite a lot of work. So what we're going to do is, I mean, to be fair, that's probably the reason why it's all mouldy, is because if it looks like water's got in, and that's all damp, so that'll all get dried. As you can see, this is all wet through. So all of that's going to get removed, but onto the front seats. I've already loosened them all off. So it's a T50 torque socket for the two rear parts of the seat, and then what you have to do is you have to remove the seatbelt by this, to which is a 10mm. Again, I've loosened this. I've just got my little, so we take that out, little 10mm socket, and then I think the plastic may come apart and then the clip comes out. So bear with me 2 seconds while I try and set up the camera in an okay position for you. So if we pull the plastic off like that, that needs to go somewhere safe. We can then unclip the seat belt. That will then ride up there. Then what we can do is put them down there for now. We need to take the 10mm socket off of that because we don't need that for a moment, and then try and set you up again in a bit of a position that's okay for you to see. Again, it's quite difficult to do, but again, we've got a T50 socket. There's one. And there's the second. What I am going to do before I go any further is I'm going to remove the battery, as I don't want no warning lights or anything like that to come on the car. So I've already popped the bonnet. Again, it's quite difficult to do while obviously I've got the camera on me. I've not got no fancy camera equipment or anything like that. So we remove the negative terminal, we'll remove the positive as well. To be fair, there's no need, that won't do anything anyway, it's not connected up to the battery, and I'll have to obviously remove that battery pack. So now what we should be able to do, and again this is going to be the difficult part, is we should be able to move the seat to be able to get access to the wiring underneath, just under there, and then once that's removed, the whole seat should be able to come out. So again, not really going to be the right. So mistake on my behalf. Again, I'm only human. They tend to get made. As you can see, rather than trying to remove all of the wiring from underneath the seat, which is a pain in the backside, what you can do is underneath here there is a plug. So I will again try to obviously get you in a decent-ish position like that, and then what we can do is we should be able to remove this plug like so. As you can see, again, I wasn't going to keep it in, but again, just to prove that I am human, we all do make mistakes. So now it's the case of getting the seat out of the car, and then what we'll do is we'll do the same on the other side, so that obviously all of the seats are out the car. We need to strip down this panel, same on the driver's side. The glove box isn't looking fantastic, so we're going to take that out and give all that a clean. We've also got a pollen filter to replace, just to again try and obviously clean out the whole system. So yeah, it's now the case of trying to get the seat out of the car without damaging the car or the seat. So that could be fun and games. So I'll put you there, and Try and put the seat down a little bit. What I should be able to do is try and manoeuvre it anyway. I don't think it's getting out the back. It's possibly going to have to go out at the front. Again, I'm not going to show you a perfect video. I'm not perfect by any means. There's a lot of mistakes that I make. Again, it's more just about trying, seeing how things go. We get the front of the seat out first. Just very carefully not to catch the door. And there it is. So the passenger seat is now out of the car. We're going to do the same on the driver's side. The back of the rear seats are going to stay in. We're going to clean all of that down anyway. So I'll get the driver's side out, and then once that's out, we'll look at removing the glove box and the trims. So yeah, next step, driver's side. Right, we're now on with taking the driver's seat out. Same situation. Take the 10mm, split it, take the seatbelt off, 2 T50s at the back and wiring underneath, and then the seat comes out. So let's get to it. Starting with the 10mm bolt. Break the plastic off. The washer's gone underneath the seat, so we're okay with that. So the seat belt's now removed. Take the 10mm off and right, so that's them 2 bolts. What I'm going to do now is lift the seat up slightly, get the plug from underneath rather than making the same mistake that I made last time, and we'll get the seat out. What I can now do is unplug that and then get that wire out of the way and attempt to try and get this out without damaging the car. Well, it's harder work than I thought, but there we go. The seats are out. We're going to look at removing these next, possibly see what we can do with the carpet, since that's now wet because of the water at the back. But that's going to do it for this episode. I will get the next one recorded as soon as possible. We'll get obviously the trims stripped down. We'll start cleaning all of the interior out. All of this mold will get sorted, and then yeah, but thanks everyone for being patient. We will be back with the next episode shortly. I'm hoping to try and make them a bit more frequently, but as you can imagine, this has cost quite a bit of money, getting the car back up and running, and this is all on me. So I hope that you can drop a subscribe, like the video, get it up there as much as possible. We're currently up to 21 subscribers. I appreciate all the help that we're getting at the moment. Every subscribe, every like, every comment helps out a massive ton. So I look forward to seeing the comments in this video, and then to see how we do on the next few. But I'll catch you all in the next one.